stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
All right, we just booked our cruise for May of 2026.
An Alaskan cruise.
Yes.
This year, there's a new ship that's going to be up in Alaska. It's not new to Disney, but it's new to Alaska. Instead of just the Wonder cruising Alaska, it'll be the Magic as well, which Magic is one of their oldest ships.
And we were able to book early because we're silver members.
And DVC members, so we were able to book on the 13th. Booking for everyone else will open up on the 17th, and there's European itineraries, Caribbean itineraries, Alaskan itineraries, just everything's open through about July 2026.
Yes. We went on our first Disney cruise last year.
Yes, last July, I think we boarded on July 1st. It was a 4th of July cruise.
And
so it was a 4-night.
We went on the Wish. So we're able to talk about the Wish. I guess after we see the Magic, we'll be able to talk about the Magic.
Yes. And the Wish line of ships are bigger than the Magic line of the ships. It is not their newest ship. I believe the Treasure is the newest one as of right now, but they all have about the same things, a little bit different theming, but about the same.
And let's talk about the Wish a little bit.
So the Wish, you can see Rapunzel on the back of the ship. Each ship has a different character on the back, and then you'll see the pool deck with the slide. I can never remember the name of the slide. Ethan knows
Aquamouse.
The Aquamouse. It's a very large ship. That's it, docked at Castaway. But this one sails out of Cape Canaveral. This is the inside lobby. The chandelier is like the castle of the ship. I have so many pictures of it. It's ridiculous, but in the evenings it'll do the goodnight kiss. And it's just really pretty, and every level you can see the different levels you can get to. It's a whole different picture. And in the lobby there's always a statue. This one is of Cinderella, and the very little teeny tiny details you gotta catch. You just have to look at the statue in 360. So behind it you'll see Jock and Gus under her dress, and Lucifer. And then as you walk in, you'll see you'll be greeted by princesses, and it'll rotate out depending on just the time of the day. Okay. And it's a whole gathering. I thought we had a video of us entering, but I guess we don't. It's very loud when you enter. You do get your family name announced. You get magic wands. Throughout the lobby, you'll see different animation cells and sculptures and just different artifacts from Disney movies. There's a ton to see. I don't think we got to see it all, and I don't think I had enough picture space to get it all.
And the Wish is very Tiana based. They have a lot of Tiana stuff in there.
They just had that, and then the Bayou, a different bar. There's the theming throughout. I feel like the Wish covers all of Disney. It's not just solely based on one princess or one era of movies. But this is always neat because they have the different artifacts from the movies, the paint, the sculptures, the sketches, and they even show the animation process. That's a scene from Cinderella with Walt Disney's filming process.
Yeah, the glass over the glass or something like that. You could see that in Hollywood
Hollywood
Studios. You go in that little area, especially when it's raining. Perfect time to go. Or when it's blazing hot outside. You go in there.
Once you get in, after you do the sail away party and everything, your luggage is actually taken to your room, which is so nice. Oh, that is, I think, my favorite part of it. It was just the three of us cruising. You'll see was that a full size bed or a queen size bed? I was so tired.
It
I,
worked for us.
I just slept in there. Um, and I think we had the Cinderella theming. Each floor has a different theme, um, of princess, and the door number ornamentation is themed to it. The carpet is themed to it. And then you'll see in that middle picture on our bed, we just got room service. Room service is completely free 24/7 on a Disney
And then
cruise.
we caught a rare sighting of Bigfoot on the top
Yes, and
bunker.
Bigfoot is up there on the top. We didn't need to have that upper berth brought down. He could have easily slept on the couch, but on the ceiling of there, whenever he's laying down, it says, "When you wish upon a star." I believe that's "When you wish upon a star," or "Wishes do come true." One of those. It's about a wish, and it's glittery, and he really wanted to be under that. I can't remember if it lit up or not. I want to say it did, but might be confusing that with Disneyland.
And then door ornaments, right? That's a thing on Disney cruises.
The what?
The door ornaments.
No.
Oh,
Oh, door ornaments. The magnets on the doors.
that's what I
Yes.
said.
Door door magnets. I just created those. You can buy a lot of them off of Etsy, but when you own a Cricut, it's a lot easier to do it yourself. And then we just had it light up. It's easy to find your door when it's like that, so highly recommend doing that. Um, and then every night we would get towel animals put on our bed, along with the best chocolate ever found on a bed.
That's a
So
cruise
good.
thing, the towel animals.
Yes, and then that last one has our parrot. We had a pirate night, and they found the parrot in our room. It was just laying out. It wasn't like they were going through our things, but Ethan just had it laying out on a counter, and so they included it in our towel. He wasn't really an animal. It's Captain Barbosa. So,
And the eye patch, because we had the eye
oh
patch
yeah,
out
the eye
too. So
patch.
they incorporated that.
And then we got
And
the pirate booty.
yeah, you see how they kept the theme. So we got regular chocolates on the regular nights, and pirate night we got the golden chocolates.
It was nice to. It was a little treat to come back into our room. This is the sail away party, which was pretty crowded, but you get those different levels, and you just find a good spot to scope out. The big screens really helped out. And then of course we have the countdown, and then
And then the horn goes off.
the horn is my favorite part. There was one time at lunch we were eating, and all of a sudden the horn started playing different songs, and I quickly grabbed my camera and went out to the pool deck.
So you gotta explore the ship because the actual shape of the horns are in the shape of Mickey ears. So if you
It's a
go and
hidden Mickey.
find the horn, you'll know it because it's literally in the shape of Mickey ears.
So with our 4 night cruise, we were able to have 4 sit down meals. There's only 3 uh, dining restaurants that's rotational. That's what's included in your package. So we had a 4th night where I think we repeated Arendelle,
Yeah, but it was
but
pirate
it was
night.
pirate themed, so the food was different. And then there was no show. But here's some pictures from Arendelle as you walk in. This was our first dining experience. And since we were just a family of 3, we got paired up with a family of 5, which was grandparents taking their grandkids. And they were they were so fun. And so you go in and it's all themed. And then the second night was
Marvel night.
Marvel night. And so it was all Avengers, and they have a little show.
And that's our dog.
They have a show, and there's our table host.
They're so
I can't
friendly.
remember. Yeah, he was fun.
Anthony. Yeah.
I hope he's still on there. But you can see he made sure that Ethan really had what he needed. Ethan is a picky eater, as we all know, and he made sure that Ethan got what he needed and was content with what he had. And then we had 1923, I love that one. That one is themed for Roy and Walt Disney, 1923 being the year that their studio opened. Um, and you'll see more animation stuff. I wish I could have gone around to all the things that were in that dining area, but there was just so much, and the tables. I didn't want to interrupt anybody's dinner. Then we got to explore all the different bars. This first one,
Nightingales.
no, the
Oh.
one on the left is Star Wars. That's the Hyperspace Lounge. The one on the right is
Nightingales.
Nightingales. Nope, I'm sorry. That one on the left. That looks just like my Hyperspace.
Yeah, they're both Nightingales.
They're both Nightingales.
I see the piano in the back.
Yes. That one was nice. That was themed. Gosh, was it Cinderella? It must have been Cinderella.
Yeah, piano. That's what it was themed.
Yes, it was. It was kind of high class. Seemed very fancy for us who just like to go in and have a fun drink. But it seemed like every drink had the bubbles. Now the Hyperspace Lounge.
Yeah.
This one is Star Wars based. I was shocked it wasn't more crowded. I don't know if we just went on an off time. I believe.
I think we went on port day.
Was it a port day?
Yeah,
It must have been when we were in
Pretty sure it was on
Nassau.
port day. Yeah. Oh, there's a handsome devil right there.
So it was really neat. That window back there, actually, you'll go into hyperspace.
And they'll change. It's kind of like a
Change
Space 220.
locations.
Have you ever done Space 220?
I mean, all the drinks are they're all a show. Like everything's a show. That ice cube, I can't remember what it was. I'm sure Ethan knows what it is, but it was in shape of something. So the drinks are really fun, very entertaining. They love these bubble machines. Like, I think they had Ethan catching bubbles. They really like to involve the kids in everything. He had a fun drink back there. I don't remember what it was. I don't think you catch it in your cup. There it is. Those bubbles are so cool. It's very entertaining. I want one. And then the Bayou. This is Tiana theme. This is where you can get the beignets.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good. I think we were waiting for either I think it was a trivia that we were waiting on.
Yeah.
Trivia can be found all over.
No, the beignets are extra. All the bar stuff is extra.
Then this is I want to say it was the Navigator Lounge.
Keg and Compass.
Keg and Compass. It had the nautical theme to it. I like the hidden Mickey waffle.
It's where we had our beer tasting. It was really cool.
So in the Wish, or on every Disney cruise, there's a bunch of events. There's Disney trivia, music trivia, fun family game shows, bingo, all kinds of stuff. You just have to check your Navigator's app to see what time everything is. This is our bingo. One thing about bingo is that what I didn't know was that there's a paper version and an electronic version.
Yeah, electronic version is so much better.
Ethan loved the electronic one. It was fun. I was the one who got to do the paper.
You don't have to do anything with the electronic. You just watch it.
Yeah,
it does it for you.
But it was so entertaining. It was fun. Highly recommend doing the bingo. And then
and the packages were not. Yeah, you see the prices there on the sheet on the left.
Yeah,
they're not
now
ridiculous.
Those packages are
but
for 2024, so
Yeah.
the prices could have changed, but there's just an idea. Then there was the Villains Game Night, and that was pretty cool. It was different. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how they did that. And then we were able to sign up for a bourbon tasting and a
Bourbon tasting.
beer tasting class. And while we're doing this, Ethan is off at the Edge doing his fun things. And that was the nice part about the ship, is he couldn't get into any trouble because he's not going anywhere. The Edge was just for his age group, and they entertained him a lot. So the beer tasting was at Keg and Compass, and we got to learn about all the different beers from the bartender there. You can even see the one beer he printed on the foam. I got that beer completely free. He was so nice. Learned a lot about that. The bourbon, I think, is the one that we had the most fun with. You'll see our bartender there. He actually gave us was the instructor in that class, and he was so knowledgeable.
And those things book up because there were only 4 other couples with
Yeah,
us, so there was only 10 people in there.
and so it's not really
On-
big.
So it's very small. It's very and you get to know the cast member very well.
Yes, and we went back because he told us about a drink, and we're like, okay, so what time are you gonna be at your location? And he told us, and we found him. He remembered us, and he showed us how he makes the drink,
Yeah,
and
it's not on the menu anywhere. It's a you ask him
it's his own
personally
personal
for,
drink.
and he had to go on the other side of the ship just to get the ingredients for it.
Yeah, one of the I think the port wine.
And he
had
had
to go.
no problems with it. I mean, just poof, he's gone, and then he comes back and makes it for you.
Yeah, he was amazing. Like every person we interacted with on that cruise was just amazing. You felt so special
Yeah,
on
the
there.
service is outstanding.
Those blue drinks, I don't remember what those were, but they must have been good. Then there's a place where Inside Out has like a little ice cream kind of goodie shop,
Yep.
and all of these are extra. You have to pay extra for these. I wanted every single one of them, so I figured my hips would rather me take the picture rather than eat them all. And then I think we spent most of our time, if we weren't playing around and having fun, we were literally
outside
watching and getting pictures.
Castaway Cay.
Going into ports were fun. We had 2 port stops. One was Nassau, and the other one was Castaway Cay. Nassau, we literally got off the boat, walked down their strip of shops and drinks and everything, and then just turned around, came right back because the ship was more interesting now.
Now Nassau, if you do need to get off there, so get off at Nassau if you go, and they have a big 3D video of a shark coming out, and then there's some squids and octopuses and everything like that. So go watch that. That's pretty cool. And you don't have to leave the safety of the port area. That's what we did. We got off and we stayed behind the security of the port. There's a whole bunch of shops and everything there.
And there are excursions in Nassau.
We just didn't feel like doing any of them.
You need to understand that if you do go through with a travel agent, the travel agent cannot book those for you. You'll have a date to book those, and Disney works with the time and everything, so there's nothing really you have to worry about. Castaway Cay is their own private island. You get to spend most of the day there. I think we were there from 8 o'clock until like 4:30, which is plenty of time because it is gorgeous but super hot, and that sun will burn you.
And we did the snorkeling package.
We had a snorkeling bike package, so we were able to rent a bike for half an hour, and we could do that at any time we wanted. And then we could also get the snorkel gear. So you got a mask, the breathing pipe thingy,
Snorkel,
the vest, and then the fins.
the flippers.
And it was a discounted price, I think, for all of us, or for each one of us, it was $50. Buying those separately would have been a lot more. So they do give you a good discount on that. When we got off the ship, we decided we were going to attempt the 5K.
And we did.
And we did. We finished it. And when you finish it, you go to a little stand, and they give you little medals. They're really big size medals.
And it's a
cool.
self-paced all-day 5K. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's no start line and everybody gathers. It's just at your own leisure. And then after that, we
bite.
Did we bite?
Yeah.
I think we wanted to get really hot so that when we snorkeled, it'd cool us down. So then we got on a bike, and you'll see pictures here in a little bit of.
The lookout point. So we biked over to Lookout Point, where you get to climb up like a 3-story
big tower, so you can get a whole lay of the land, and it was very, very interesting to see parts that you don't get to explore. It was like almost like a forest, if it could be a forest, but you can see how far we are from the ship. It was really pretty cool. And then afterwards, we went snorkeling. I thought it was going to be a lot deeper than what it was, and it wasn't. It was really comfortable. The fins and the vest worked really, really well. You can adjust the air in there. So we were able, I think we saw everything. Like we made it out to Prince Eric, to Dumbo.
Yeah, if you don't know, they have underwater. They sunk statues and parts of rides and stuff underwater, and you get to go out and snorkel and take pictures and see them.
And there's a lot of fish, really cool
Oh, yeah.
fish to check out.
And it's crystal clear water.
And they do have there's mounds of dirt or sand in certain areas where if you do need to just rest, you can literally go stand on it. It's not as deep as I thought it was going to be. It was really pretty fun. But just be prepared for the sand and the exhaustion.
Yes.
You will be tired after that one. It was nice though because since we were on a 4-night, the next, I think it was the next day, was we were just at
Sea
sea.
day. Yeah.
So we got to explore so much more of the ship, and I feel like we still didn't get to do it all.
No.
There's so much more we could do. But if you're worried about a Disney cruise being too much for kids, it's not.
It's perfect for kids.
they-
We'll have an Ethan video come out after this one, so he can tell you all about it as a kid perspective.
But even for adults, they had events that were age requirement. Like you had to be 21 and up to do it, or you had to be 18 and older to be present for it. So there was a lot of just adult things to do as well. And you could easily put your children in your room for the evening and go enjoy one of the bars.
So you're of age children, not like.
Oh, yeah,
Don't throw a baby in
No,
your room.
yeah, like
Please
11,
don't.
12. I had no problem having Ethan in the room watching TV and whatever, relaxing.
He wasn't
But-
even in the room though. He was.
No,
in
he was at the edge.
The edge. So he was at the kids clubs,
Mm-hmm.
and he made friends with the people that
Our
we had
table mates.
at dinner.
Yeah.
So we fit together so well that the servers thought we were one big family.
It was really neat. And it was an experience. I can't wait for our next cruise because that's going to be longer, a different ship, and completely different. We're not going to be in the sun. We'll be in Alaska.
Yeah.
In the snow.
I'm hoping it's cold.
Yes. So, booking is easy. I highly recommend a travel agent because when I called during the Silver Castaway opening day, I was on the phone from start to finish booking for 45 minutes. And I heard reports of people being on the phone for 4 hours. And they were not working with a travel agent. When you work with a travel agent, I have a special line that I call. And, just before you book, we discuss what kind of room you're looking for, if there's a specific room. And then once I get that booked for you, then you just pay a deposit. And then you can pay as you go. And depending on the length of your trip will depend on your final payment date. So.
And on cruises, you want to book early. They're not like other vacation deals where they go on sale throughout the year or whatever. The cheapest option on a cruise is right when it first comes out, and then it just gets more expensive from there.
Yes, because I went and changed our room to a different level, and there were already rooms taken up. Like it's booking fast.
Yeah, like whole deck's gone already.
Yes. So, highly recommend using a travel agent. I even had one of my clients was affected by a hurricane, and they canceled her cruise, and I was easily able to get all of her hotels through Disney canceled or moved. And then when it was time for her to rebook for a new cruise, everybody on her cruise had that same time that they could rebook. So because she went through a travel agent, I was able to get right in while other people on that cruise were waiting hours. So it's always easier to go through a travel agent.
And if you're looking for a travel agent, there'll be a link in the description below for Kelly's website.
Yes. The Magical Vacation Planners, we're at a diamond level on Disney. So we have our own special line above other travel agents. So I'm happy to book a cruise. It's so much fun.
Thanks for watching our video.